Just an update on what I've been doing the last couple of days. The builder who did all the building work on this house left this patch, and it looks like a flower bed, but it's on the north side of this enormous hedge. So why would you put a flower bed there? And all that's ever grown in it are weeds. Now I've decided I want to park my car up here near the gate, so I've started filling this with concrete. In fact, starting with hardcore, just some broken up bricks, then a sort of smaller stones, pebbles, that sort of thing on top, and then finally concrete, which I've hand mixed using the Ted Rogers mix. This is the 3-2-1 mix, 1 part cement, 2 parts sand, 3 parts gravel. And because this is on a slope, I'm having to step the sections, and I found that these leftover bathroom tiles are an exact fit to create these dividers, which is quite miraculously lucky, really. Yeah, these are the tiles, and they've been sat here. There are quite a few left over. They've been sat here for probably about 2 years, and it just sort of reinforces the hoarder's mentality that everything will eventually come in useful one day. I could have chucked these yonks ago, but I hung on to them, and they are coming in useful, and there are enough of those to section off that whole area so that I can concrete the whole thing and park a car on it. Right, let's see what's been happening further up the garden. So I thought while I was mixing concrete, I'd do this. I put 2 new posts in the ground, and those have been concreted in. And the idea of this is that I will get rid of this A-frame for the 240 watt solar panel, and because I want to expand my solar crypto accumulation machine, I'm going to switch to this 325 watt panel. And these panels are about 1 meter wide. The length is, I don't know, 1.8 or something. And these posts on my modular shed matrix, everything is at 1.2 meter spacings. So actually the gap between these posts is 1.1 meters, because they're 100 millimeters cross-sectional area. No, not area, but the dimension across the post is 100 millimeters. They're 4 inch basically, 4 inch, 8 foot long. And so that panel is going to fit absolutely in that gap. Those bracing and spacing pieces are temporary, those will come out. And so the panel will fit there. It can be tilted up using a hinge arrangement, which I've actually taken apart now, but you can see that on the panel there will be a beam, not that long, with 1 angle bracket on it, and up here there's another angle bracket, and if I put a bolt through and a washer, that acts as a hinge. So I'll have 2 of those. The panel will be vertical between those 2 posts. Now my only concern is when it gets windy, it's going to rock, the panel will act as a sail, and it could rock those posts and loosen the bond between the concrete and the ground. But I'm just going to wing it, see how it goes. So yes, that's going to be the 325 watt panel sitting in there, and then the other expansions will be heading into the shed. Well, of course, the bigger battery, so the bike battery will go back in the bike. We'll get a bigger battery. I might need a bigger BMS with higher current ratings, because this one can only charge at 10 amps and discharge at 20. And then a bigger Antminer. I should put the light on really, but I haven't. So one of these L3 Plus machines, which will pull more current, and so I probably won't be using this 30 amp relay on the discharge controller. I have bought some bigger relays and a solid state relay. I've got 1 conventional relay and 1 solid state, so we'll take a look at that. But yeah, this is all in preparation for the scaling up of this system. a little bit, not hugely. And then it's just a case of scaling and scaling and scaling.